We are here wearing our fluffy slippers, observing the crypto cyberspace and trying to figure it out. Baby dolls, have you seen this peppy smoking? Yes, you have, because I've just shown you right now. AI generated. Isn't that amazing? I have a scheduled post here from the 30th of May, 2022. Now, if you recall, crypto was going down to Poopy Town. Now, I'm going to just show you this because the HEX community at the time, it makes the feelings of the crowd and the engagement and the swings, the gyrations, it makes them so obvious and clear. And it doesn't matter what coin you're holding, Bitcoin, Ethereums, Doggy Dogs, Shibs, doesn't matter what it is, new coins coming in 2024, you have a lot to learn from these situations, and especially for the next bear market, because people are going to buy the dips too early and unfortunately get pooped on. So what I do is from time to time, when we go through these big catastrophic events in crypto, or I just see somebody make a guess, what I will do is I'll make a scheduled post in crypto. So this was in 30th of May, 2022. And you look at the date, it came out 29th November. So basically on this day, as it happens, I'll make a note. I'll go, hey, I'll journal log what's happening today. I'll say, well, here's a screenshot or something's happened today. I'm going to send this out into the future so we can come back and discuss. And look, it's been that long, 18 months. So it's funny, right? Here I am writing, posting this to the future. HEX capitulates down to 3.6 cents. Now it's funny. You're like, wait a minute. That's a lot higher than what it is today. Yes, that's the painful part. You're going to learn the hard way today, friends. You're going to learn the hard way. Crypto and investing, they're both hard and they both give it to you hard. Family friendly show. Make sure you like, subscribe, belly button, or have a look at this. When I said posting it down, right, there was a giant liquidity pool and a sell. So an enormous dude, he pulled a huge amount of liquidity and then he dumped it. He just quit. It's like a big fat capitulation. Okay, now this was the thing. When you see this, everybody bought the dip. Even I included. I was like, yay, buy the dip, capitulate. Yeah, we got him out. But unfortunately, the worst truly was yet to come. So here's the thing, man. It's painful. You got to understand these lessons now, because you don't learn anything when green candles appear in crypto. You forget all the pain. That's how everybody makes the same mistakes again. So you have to really swallow it. Okay, look at this. Twitter was labeling HEX Ponzi, scam, rug pull, and they were dissing Richard Hart. Thing is, not much has changed at all. If anything, it's just gotten worse. There's more Ponzi labels, there's more scams, but that's because it's a reflection of the prices, right? The prices went down and the labels came out. Now, you're always wondering, a lot of friends say to me, well, are there other coins that we can look at? Here's the thing, man. They're rare. You don't get this. You know why? Because they become irrelevant, friends. Because you can look at any of these other coins and you can say, well, yeah, I might be able to show you some lessons from like Litecoin. Don't say that name too loud. My neighbor's going to come over and talk about it again. There's nothing to learn. There's no substance. There's no community, because the crowd's emotions is like a locust. You know, like a locust, the bugs going around, flying around from crop to crop. The locusts, once they're done with a coin, they move on. So you don't have this repeating story and history to learn of the characters that come out. The story ends. It's basically, the show never goes past season 4. It can't even, finish season 4, and then HEX, for example, is like on season 18, and it looks like it's going to go to season 300 just because it's been tested through everything you can imagine. All right. Now, I mentioned here as well, so I bought the dip, many others didn't. So I'm just here recording what actually happened. It is painful to see these price charts. So look, on the surface, people say, well, it's going to be so obvious to sell the top. Not really. Like, look at these little bops everywhere. No one had any idea that was just the end, just going sideways forever. And then everything just came down and down. Now it's on a log chart, right? That's why the log chart hides a lot. I know a lot of people say to click log. Look, don't rely on log, because log charts from the top, the difference between the minus 80 to the minus 90 to the minus 99, there's centimeters on your screen. There's nothing. And it really hides a lot of the pain. And you got to be careful, because when you're looking at charts, you're trading pain of people. the pain of missing out because they want to get in, they're greedy, or the pain of being in. So that's why it's really important you use linear charts as well. Don't just always click a log chart. That doesn't truly reflect what everybody's thinking and feeding. Here I am, even to remind everybody, over 1.5 years later, my dip buy is still very offside. Think about that. Delay gratification. How about that? That's just the game, man. That's the game. You're not going to make it with this short-term mindset, friends. So many times, I'll go on Twitter, there's a new soy boy or an existing soy boy trying to call me out. They try to pull a screenshot. They go, oh, but you were bullish a year ago and look, it's gone down. Like, yeah, who cares, man? I said literally from 2022 holding to December 2025. You know, it's interesting. People will still remove that part and they'll focus on the coin part going down. Why? It's because they're soy boys. Their backs are hunched. They're wearing brown, crumpled, tarnished slippers. They're burnt, friends. There's no substance and fluff there. Because these people can't look at themselves in the mirror. They can't think that maybe the people who make it have to withstand all this negativity. They can't. I don't know why. It's just that some people just aren't built like that. Some people just built to be losers and to like write a lot of words and not to do much actions. They're just people out there like that. So it has been a bit of a beating, right? So here you go. You buy a capitulation and look what happens. It just comes straight down, and it actually was just the start of 1.5 years of capitulation. Okay, and then it drops another 60% below that to where we are roughly today. It hit even worse, minus 75%. Can you believe that? You buy a capitulation and then it still drops another 75% below where you bought. And like, that's why this game is really tough. We've also got some very heartfelt messages from Mr. Hexidon. Mr. Hexidon has said, yes, I am very upset at the people who, 1, found out about HEX later than me, 2, skeptics and haters, and 3, the people without conviction who sold. So he's basically saying all of these people, they all have better entries than him. And all of us, pretty much. They do. So what do you do from here, friends? Look, in life, I'll tell you right now, in life, sometimes your friend Simon plays you some cracker beats, right? You can't let it get you down, man. Are you really gonna worry about that loser who won the lottery ticket, who may not deserve it? Or that person who fluked buying the Ethereum ICO, or even that person who bought HEX early, right? A lot of these things are going to happen. And look, I understand, friends. I've been in your position, man. I've been that young pup going like, man, life's unfair. We all go through that. But I promise you, I have studied billionaires. I've studied the most successful people in life. When they come across a situation where their nuts get kicked, their brains are not wired to dwell on it. Their brains say, okay, an event has happened to me. So here's their timeline. They go, ooh, an event has happened to me, and there's going to be a poopy emoji here, okay? And then they go, okay, let's accept it. What's coming next? Every single time. All right, so you get hits, you fall off the horse, you got to get back up. You don't know the benefits that you get from this until years from now. I am doing actions today that are only the product of all the times I got kicked in the nuts 5 years ago, 8 years ago, 10 years ago. I'm kicking myself in the nuts today. All these things eventually come out. Now, here's the thing. You might not also directly know what you're doing, but you can kind of tell from my voice, I've been kicked in the nuts a lot, and not one of those like sexual fetish dudes who actually get off to it. No, when I get kicked in the nuts, it actually hurts. All right. Now, Mr. Hexidon also continues, right? These are great words. Why? Because this, you know, it's funny. I just want to tell you something as well, friends. When someone writes these, there's usually a couple of people come out saying, no, everything's fine. Everything's fine. No, it's not. All right. These are the words of the crowd. Now, you know, I'm not picking on anybody because I'm telling you right now, you think that's going to be bad? That's why, friends, I'm telling you, man, you think that's going to be bad? Wait till Bitcoin round trips 5 years. Now, it might not do it in this cycle, but it's eventually going to do it. Wait till that happens. And I promise you, the pain you feel is going to be nothing compared to the pain of the 219 million Bitcoin holders. Why? It's because most of the Bitcoin holders, in their minds, friends, they see us in DGen land. When they see an altcoin, now we know how hard it is to find that winning altcoin. We know there's like 1,000 altcoins that appear every month, and one of them goes like this and then comes back down. One of them does like a big move, okay? But in the Bitcoin mentality, people, they just see everybody as like one coin, and they go, "Oh, altcoins go up." Now you're probably wondering, like, they don't really care that altcoins go up. Not yet, they don't. Why don't they care that altcoins are moving up now? It's because they still believe Bitcoin is going to do what those altcoins are doing. They think they're going to get a $250,000, $300,000 Bitcoin. They even think, for this how sad it is, they think they're going to get this guaranteed $120,000 Bitcoin. Like, their dream scenario is up to 120, bounces to 100, never goes down, and then continues up. That's what their dream scenario is, okay? Their dream scenario is not diminishing gains. Their dream scenario is that it continues at 2015 fractal, and then it goes to $900,000, or the $1 million is coming. That's what everybody is thinking about. That's why, in their minds, they don't even know how hard it is, but they're going to feel the pain. Why? It's because they didn't even try. That's why it's going to be painful. They did not even try. They're going to see it happen, and trust me, the videos are going to come out. The messages are going to come out. They go, golly gee, you had 7 years to participate in Ethereum or Doge or meme coins, gaming, NFT, metaverse, friend tech. You had all this opportunity. You did nothing. You did nothing except you bought Max Kaiser's 30,000x bag. He bought it at $1. You bought it at $30,000. You bought at the end of a Rocca Negra ETF. You bought after a country adopted it. You bought after the world's most popular man, Elon Musk, shielded it and bought it. You are still holding after all those events. It can't possibly get much better than that without an enormous exponential amount of money printing directly sank in. Okay, so these people are going to feel the pain more than anybody else. Mr. Hex Sidon, continuing as well. So this is from the perspective of an altcoin fan. So this is sharing with you the real truth. So he says, the crowd is supposed to be wrong. I made the contrarian play. I bought the hated coin. Yes. And guess what, friends? You see this? No, I'm going to draw them properly. Okay. This is our nuts. Okay. And we got kicked in the nuts. That's what happens, man. That's the game of investing. I've gone through Warren Buffett, Charlie Munger, all the others, friends. I'm telling you right now, it's funny. We look at them as being great, but they'll have like this period of like 8 years. They don't even know how to tie their shoelace anymore. But it's just in crypto, we live like 7 years in a freaking month because of just the amount of activity going on. Truly powerful words here. I wonder if one day their universe will rebalance itself. It's off kilter if you ask me. The actual scams performed better from the top. So yes. So when he's talking about actual scams, the two big ones that come in right now, friends, when I posted this, a lot of people got upset. But hey, do you want me to like hide it from you? No, I don't really care. I like looking at this stuff, friends. I want to learn. Don't you want to learn? I want to learn. Okay, so this was CEL token. So Celsius, a literal freaking Ponzi. Okay, a literal Ponzi that Richard Hart was championed for, like, yes, I called it out, etc. Down only minus 96, minus 97%. HEX dropped lower than Celsius token and FTT, the FTX token. That's right, we dropped worse than that. What's going on, man? I know it's a tough game, friends. It's a really, really, really tough game when you're looking at it like this. Like, how much is FTT down now? It's down 95%. I mean, it's funny. It's funny, sad. What do you do? Well, look, if you want to remove out of these like emotional type of words, if we actually go to subjective words, shout out to Mr. Hexologist here as well. Look, it's possible. You don't know. You don't really know. We're speculating. We're guessing. Who cares? But we all like it anyway. Okay. It's possible. Some people say, okay, this is what's going on out there. Some people say that around Pulse Chain launch, you know, in HEX, everybody believed, oh, it would never hit a penny. Then it did. And then it hit like 3 to 5 pennies around Pulse Chain. Some people believe that from 5 cents to 50 cents was Richard Hart taking profit in Bitcoin or Ethereum in their top and then rotating it into HEX and giving you this mammoth chart. Okay. Now, on one hand, because you know the future, you go, well, that sucked. But on the other hand, it's possible as well. He was doing what he did earlier, which was demonstrating to the market that a permanent supply will be taken off the shelves and it will be removed. And now we have scarcity, okay? Because it created a big artificial flaw. Not it wasn't an artificial flaw, a real flaw. And it did. And HEX never came back at that point. Unfortunately, what happens is, because, you know, friends, how many times I tell you, man, market cap is real. Do you understand, friends? Market cap is a steak cooking. If the steak gets cooked well enough, somebody's going to take a bite. Now, with a meme coin that's like $300,000 of market cap, yeah, it's not a steak. It's like a little tiny piece of bread. It's nothing, okay? No one's really hungry. But when you have that many eyeballs, that many people with that much wealth, somebody takes a bite. And why it's important is liquidity can only absorb about 2 to 3% of a coin's market cap before everything goes to near zero. That means if you have a room full of people and they have $100 million in a coin, all it takes is about $3 million of them to exit and sends everything to zero. This is every public market, by the way. Apple, any stock, Bitcoin, Ethereum, yes, you name it. Okay, so that's now you can tell you like, wait a minute. So if I have a room of 100 people, I need more than 95 of them to not sell. Not even think about selling. Yes, more than that. You need literally everybody on board. That's why crypto is so hard to get right without this extreme volatility part. So now you can see the mechanics of how things work, you know. So that's why I've gone through Mr. Hex side. And so if you're looking at what happened, that might have been what happened. So another way to look at it is basically you could say, well, we should have never been above 10 cents. You could just guess from there. We should have never been above 10 cents and everything above here was getting dumped on. But this happens in every market, friends. This happens in every market. Like Bitcoin, Ethereum, we only look through it through the benefit of hindsight. But here's some truth and reality. Okay. All the friends I onboarded are pissed, especially the ones unable to DCA. Okay. So especially unable the ones. Now, what are funny is, look, yes, I increase my bag size, friends, because I'm experienced with markets. And I know no matter how right you think you are, you can still get crushed because you never rely on the weakness of other people around you because they will sell lows way lower than you think. Now, it is tough because when you go back and watch the videos, you can't say, okay, well, Richard Hart, the founder, had nothing to do with it. Of course they did, man. Of course he did. He's literally on video saying, I think Bitcoin goes down and HEX goes up. And people are wondering, wow, what about this prediction that he's been right about this thing going up for 2 years? So that's what people did, right? So I know we hold these heroes up to the great heights. But if someone's been right every month for 2 years, people can't imagine them being wrong. But they do get it wrong. You just saw it right. It doesn't matter how smart they are, friends. I'm telling you, my whole history of investing, there's always a genius I'm taking the opposite side of. Now, here's the thing, right? This is funny. One of my brother's friends really trusted me. He put in $500, 18-year-old kid. His HEX is worth 12 bucks. 12 bucks now. Look, you gotta laugh. I'm telling you, what else are you gonna do? Cry? Okay, you can only cry for so long. Yeah, we gotta think of, all right, how do we win, friends? How do we win? All right. Look, through this pain and this misery, how do you think I devised the sick, twisted scenario in my head where everybody gets screwed in the next bull market? How do you think I devised that? I devised that because of the pain we went through in the bear. Okay, so you never know. There's probably a light at the end of the tunnel. We just don't know how it's going to appear. How many years till someone like him makes it back to break even? 5 years, 10 years, 7 years? So that's something we don't know. So this is the thing. This is what we just got to be honest, friends. Look, you guys, imagine losing money on the best crypto ever made. Disturbing, especially when compared to the second cycle of Bitcoin, down for 6 months and then up only for 3 years. Yes, that's what happened. Look, here's the thing, man. Remember, we just use what I told you at the beginning of this video. I said we're using this example because the community's there, the characters are there, they're engaged. You don't get this in other coins. You just don't. You can get it in Bitcoin and Ethereum, but their upside is so low. Unless you guys have a 400K clip, $400,000, I'm sorry, you're not making more than 3x. Get out of here, okay? Now, when it comes to these, you have to think about it from this perspective. And I don't like saying this, but I've got to say it. The same people who were wrong about this whole move, okay? The same people here, okay? This is what I've noticed. Now, I'm just talking about this window of time. It's not just the HEX chart, all right? So I'm talking about, let's go to Bitcoin as well. So the same people who are wrong about this whole freaking move, and they're wrong about this now. They did not believe this was coming in this fashion like here, okay? So all those people who are wrong, I want you to think of them as a group in your mind, okay? Now, these people, they are all, once again, on the same side with what they're calling. So these are the people who call for, and look, I'm not singling any coin out, but they're saying HEX all-time high, okay? They're saying Bitcoin 120K. They're saying the bull run goes to 2025. They say that it's all about the Bitcoin halving. It's got nothing to do with the stock market. That's what they are saying. Now, I know everything's just a coin flip. However, it does make me think about them because they are from different coins, different communities, young and old, different influencers, people on boots on the ground, and they're all saying these same things. And it makes you wonder, if they were wrong about this, why are they going to start being right? That's what I wonder about. Because you know me, man. Like I'm bullish, friends. I'm bullish more than everybody else. But I'm also assuming that this time isn't different. And what I mean by that is the same people who got it wrong in the past continue to get it wrong because they just don't know how to time things. Because humans keep doing the same thing. We are way too optimistic in the short run, and then we underestimate things in the long run. And I can't help but wonder, this short run everybody's thinking about, they feel like an entitlement to retire in the next 18 months. You know it, I know it, we all know it. It's an entitlement. Let me tell you something. If you feel entitled by the market, it's about to slap you in the bum. Make sure you like, subscribe, belly button all. Catch you in the next one.